You know, I can't. Dutch ain't here tonight. All hot sauce. You know, they doing what they doing, taking care of business. But you know, I'm here to hold it down. You know what I mean? But yeah, though, man. So you know, we back. So everybody tune in, man. www.genesisradio.com. And if you want to call in, the number is 1-888-304-4401. And we definitely in the building. Shout out to Lee Good on the check-in. How you doing? Yeah, we live, man. Yo, so my man Money Mike, what up, man? Welcome to the show, man. Take over Tuesdays, man. What's poppin', man?
Thanks for being here, man. You know, I'm just humble, right? Like I said, man. I'm happy to be here. This is a learning experience for me. So, you know, I'm here to see what you do because I've been tuning in, liking what I see. And, you know, it's something that I want to get my hands into and learn something about myself. So,
all right. Well, you're here.
I'm ready, man.
You're here now. Just sit back, put your seatbelt on, and enjoy the ride. You dig what I'm saying? All right. So so let's get to it, man. Yo, so you think about this All-Star Weekend, man? What you thought about that, man?
I really didn't watch too much of it, but I did like the All-Star game. You know, Steph Curry going crazy, man.
He really had like 50, right?
Yeah, he had 50. I think that boy is he was just like crazy. He going crazy, man. You know, he's the next best thing in the league right now. So
I think so.
I did like to see that, and I did like to see Obi Toppin take it from the New York Knicks.
With the Tim's on, right? With the Tim's
on.
That
wasn't Obi. That was some other Obi Toppin.
The back joint, yeah. Shout out to my man Burrow on the check-in. Salute, King. What's popping, Mike? What's going on, kid? Yeah, man. Yeah, that was dope. What do you think about that top 7, the 75? The top 75.
Top 75. I'm not disappointed with, but I was real confused that Damian Lillard was on the list, man. I seen him in there. I don't see him as one of the 75 greatest players, but
yeah, I agree with you on that one, man.
You know,
I definitely agree with you on that one.
You know,
yeah, I don't think he put enough work.
Yeah, I don't think he really is that solidified.
Because you put him in the category with Jordan and AI and Kobe and Patrick Ewing and Elijah on, like he didn't put enough work in for me, man. Man, you know what I mean?
I was even skeptical about Melo, man.
Melo put in his work though. Melo is up there. He's on the bottom. Like I gotta say, from 1 to 75, I give Melo in the 70s. I gotta put Melo in the 70s. I gotta put him in the 70s. You know what I mean?
Talk crazy, but
talk crazy, bro. This is what it is. Talk your talk, man.
About something, man. You know?
Yeah, talk your talk, man.
On in the NBA right now.
Yeah. Talk your talk, man. Talk your talk, man. You know what I mean? I definitely feel like that's what I'm saying. That when they did the top guards, I was glad they put AI first.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? I mean, rest in peace, Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Kobe, you know what I'm saying? But you know me, I'm going with mine. You know what I'm saying? And mine is always going to be Michael Jordan, then AI, then Kobe.
Yeah.
That's me. You understand what I'm saying? Then maybe LeBron. You understand what I'm saying? What's your take on that? On the top 4 I put.
Yeah, Kobe's definitely number 1 on my list.
Number 1?
Yeah, I would definitely go with Kobe.
Over the GOAT? Over Jordan?
Over Jordan.
That's real big. Shout out to Yo-Yo on the check-in. Shout out to my man I Spliff on the check-in. Just Zoe Frost in the building. What up? Salute. What's poppin'? Yeah. Over Jordan?
Over Jordan.
Wow. Okay. Over AI?
Only because I watched more Kobe
than Jordan.
I seen his games on, the ESPN Throwback Classics.
Facts. You never really sat there
and watched him go crazy like I seen Kobe. So I would put then Jordan.
Yeah. You want to go in top 5, so
AI.
Yeah,
I love AI.
Yeah,
that was one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
I was a big LeBron fan too.
You said was.
So I was a big
changed
LeBron
up. What happened?
I don't know. As I grew up, he grew up. Things changed,
Yeah, shout out to my man Lou Banger on the check-in. Lou, salute. King was popping.
Yeah, so things just changed.
What made you? To me, with LeBron, I mean, I was feeling the dude when he first came to the league. I was feeling him. But then when he started switching up, going from team to team, and
That's
get a
what
ring,
happened with me. I felt like LeBron, when he went to Miami, like I was a little heartbroken. He took his talents down the South.
Yeah, I think he ruined his legacy when he did that. Shout out to Bino the Great on the check-in. Salute, King was popping. Yeah, I think me personally, I feel like he destroyed his legacy like that. Even though he still got a legacy, like he's still gonna be LeBron in the league. Like you still can't mention the league without LeBron. Yeah. But I think with his legacy, because I'm old school, so I'm going with how Jordan stayed in Chicago, how Magic stayed with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Bird stayed with the Celtics. You dig what I'm saying? This is the things that I'm used to. You know what I mean?
I was just mad the first time he left to get a ring. I just wanted him to get it. I was happy to see him get the ring.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I was happy to see that, but I wanted to see him get it in Cleveland.
His team, his hometown.
You know, but he went to Miami.
Yeah, killed his legacy.
I'm not mad.
Shout out to Sabrina. What up? Salute, Queen. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's what's up, man. So all right, so let's get to this NFL thing now. What talk to me about the NFL, man. What's your aspect on the NFL right now?
I think the Giants need to definitely step it up, man. That's it.
I think, me personally, I would love to
get. Was good, man.
I would love to get Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? I would love to get Russ on the team, man. I would love to get Russ on the team, man. I doubt if that happened, but
they got Deshaun Watson on the market. What you think about that?
I'll take Deshaun Watson.
Even with all of the allegations and everything against him
I'll still take it. Look how many NFL players got allegations against him.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I will still take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, I want to talk about something right now, right? I didn't get to talk about this last week, whatever, but I want to talk about the halftime entertainment. You understand what I'm saying? I think that was real big for hip hop. Very big for hip hop. I think that was like, first time rap took over the whole NFL halftime for the Super Bowl. That was real big, man. That was big. They said a lot of people tuned in just for that halftime show.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I look at it as, again, I don't call my show Takeover Tuesdays because we taking over Tuesdays. I call my show Takeover Tuesdays because it's the takeover. And I feel like our culture right now is so influential around the world that they can't deny us no more.
I really like the halftime show. Jay-Z was promising us that for a while, right?
Yeah, Jay was talking about he was going to do that.
I think he finally delivered.
Mm-hmm.
And
shout out to Hope for that.
Everybody should be real appreciative of the Super Bowl halftime show. I mean, it was amazing.
It definitely was. Man.
Even if you've seen, it was like a highlight.
Yes. Yeah.
You seen the celebs, LeBron. You seen everybody.
Everybody was in the building.
Everybody who was like somebody, and like they was hyped. They loved this. So
that's right. That's dope, man. Shout out to Snoop too, man. Shout out to Snoop. You know what I mean? Acquiring Death Row. That was a big power move for the West Coast, man. That Death Row thing, man. You know what I mean? I just, I hope, and I'm thinking that he's going to do it right.
Yeah. I mean, Snoop, like I said, I see him so much as like an entrepreneur and like, like so many other things. I don't really see him as like a person that runs a label right now. Like, just
really
have talent and people that just want to sign with him right now. Because he got his hands in so much, Like,
I think I beg to differ.
I don't know, but Death Row is
it's back.
Everybody, Death Row is back. So the West Coast is going. Somebody gonna come for that.
Yeah, man. And I look at the Snoop as I do see him as being able to control that whole thing, run that whole Death Row label, man.
But y'all do know he's running half of Def Jam right now.
He's running half of he's Def Jam West, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I don't know, but I know he's running something at Def Jam.
Yeah. He got parts of Def Jam too, man, which is real big also. You dig what I'm saying? Snoop ain't playing, man. Snoop ain't playing, man. He understands the assignment, man. You know what I mean?
Snoop is definitely a hustler, man.
Definitely.
He's definitely an OG hustler.
And I just seen a picture with him modeling for Gucci.
Yeah, he's definitely an OG hustler.
You know what I mean? So shout out to Snoop Dogg for that, man. For real, man. I just hope that, what we doing with this music, man, You know what I mean? I hope, you know, these young cats are seeing what's going on, man, and they're taking the jewels that's being dropped to them. You understand what I'm saying? As, you know, we got to stop destroying each other. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop going against each other. And that brings up my next topic, which is drill music. You dig what I'm saying? Now, they just had a big summit with the mayor of New York City. He brought a lot of the drill music rappers, I guess, on the East Coast, like from New York, this and that. You know what I'm saying? They had a meeting about it. And, you know, I guess he talked about how, you know, because they was going to ban it at first. You know what I'm saying? They was going to ban the drill music. You know what I mean? But my thing is, again, you know, with that being said, you can't ban it because guess what? The powers to be is letting it ride, letting it slide through because they feel like that's bringing sales. And you know what I'm saying? And to me, I think it's more degrading to us as a race because, you know, only thing you're talking that drill music is kill, kill, kill. You know what I'm saying? And disrespecting women and things like that. You understand what I'm saying? You got to remember, this music is very influential when it comes to the kids.
It's the culture.
It's the culture, right? Now you gotta figure these kids is watching these videos, and now these kids is talking about that gang, and yo, this now, and everybody coming out now. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I hear so many young artists coming out right now, sounding like what's his name? What's that dude that got locked up? That rat, Takashi. With the yelling and aggressive and you understand? That's going on a lot right now. And so, you know, I hope that, you know, we could change the narrative on that. You know what I mean? I hope these kids look at like the achievements, like, you know what I'm saying, what Snoop did and what Hov is doing and what Nas is doing. And you understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of these artists and big investors in a lot of companies, and that's how they get their money. That's how they stay afloat.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, we got to teach these kids, we got to change the narrative so these kids, these teenagers, whatever the case may be, can see, okay, well, it ain't about this because I ain't doing nothing but destroying myself as well as my brother. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. But me, I drill music is just a part of the culture right now. I mean,
I salute it.
You could say it's tearing it down, but it's so much more. You know, it's like it's so much more. I feel like that's tearing it down. You know, we watch all type of loving hip. They promote a lot of things that you know people wouldn't even. You know, I'm scared to say on air. I
call it coonery.
I'd be scared to say it on air, but you gotta it's different ways that they tearing us down. It's not only drill music. Drill music is just a part of the culture, and that's something that people is actually expressing themselves with.
That's the truth.
That's the scary part.
That's all they see.
That's the scary part. They actually expressing themselves with the drill music and making it like just being a part of the culture when it was never like that. So, you know, I don't know, man, how to fix it.
Hold on, we got a call. Hold on.
How to fix it? I don't know.
I need a mic.
You answer the phone, bro?
Shout out my brother, man.
Which mic is that?
Blue. Ready?
You okay? Answer.
Gynesis Radio with your boy Terrell. I got my man Money Mike, aka Flo, on the left of me. DJ Dutchy Bang Bang, and I can't forget the boss of course, DJ Hot Sauce. What's up, caller? Talk to us. What's good?
Hey, yo, this Big James, man.
Big James, what up, King? Salute.
It's good of you. And what up, bro?
What up?
Hey, yo, this Big James from Queens, man. And, yo, the narrative is really getting right.
You gotta cut your you gotta cut something down, bro, because I hear my echo one in the back.
Yo, should be by you. Hold on, bro.
Got you. We here.
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
I listened to your podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm listening to the interview with your brothers on you. But you already know what time it is, man. The narrative, man, goes a long way because music is not like what music used to be back in the day.
Fact.
The music that we got going on right now is not the same music that we're listening to.
But you gotta,
everybody wants,
yeah, I'm listening.
Everything as far as how the music is right now, we understand that what we got going on, look at our brother Shaheem Rami.
Right.
How they music. They, as you know, we had positive music back in the day.
Right.
We got all this negative music that's going on right now. It's just far as like, just do this and do that. Not the type of music we grew up at.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And that ain't gonna shape and mold our kids either.
And that's fair. But we got to do better for the younger generation. So what they listen to and they think is right, it's just out of control. And it's basically out of control.
That's a fact. That's a fact. See, I look at it on 2 points, man. You know, one point is I celebrate it because it's just another branch off of the hip hop tree. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to remember too, you know, the music that we listen to is positive music, but then came the NWAs, and then came the Mobb Deeps, and you know, the MOPs and things like that. And that was the hard diddy bop music. That was the B-boy. That was the hard rock music. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, again, like I said, it's just a branch off the tree. You know what I mean? But what we have to do as a
we knew Eminem, we knew Kanye,
right,
we knew so many rappers we knew that came from Cream.
right,
Even though they tried to do something negative, but they came back with something positive.
right,
to uplift people.
right,
And that's what music has to be about.
right.
Everything you watch on videos, what people doing on videos, it is just out of control, man.
Yeah.
And it really is.
Yeah.
We protest about a whole bunch of stuff. Let's protest about black on black crime.
Right.
Let's protest on black on black crime.
Right.
Let us all get together and protest on black crime.
But see, the thing is, though, we do that, but we don't follow through. When something happens, we start marching, we start protesting for maybe a week or two. Then after that, it dies out, and then you don't hear about it no more. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta.
But we can up our own neighborhood.
Right. Right.
We giving everybody else that not the same people as us. We giving them the benefit of the doubt, knowing exactly they already know what we're gonna do.
Right.
So
Right.
We're proving them right. We're not proving them wrong.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's definitely a fact, man. Yeah. But yeah, fam, I appreciate you calling in. You know what I mean? We got to get back to this interview. You know what I mean? Appreciate you listening. You know what I mean? Keep listening. Yeah, shout out to Big James from Queens, man, on the call in, man. Salute, King, and I appreciate you for calling in, brother.
Oh, no doubt, baby.
All right, yep. You have a good night, King.
All right.
Yeah.
Music ain't with a buzz back in the day.
Nah, shout out to my man Big Wiz on the check-in. Salute, King. My condolences to you and the family, man. Rest in peace, my man Webb. You know what I'm saying? That was a good brother, man. We just lost another Soundview All-Star. You understand what I'm saying? But you know what, though? We got another All-Star looking down on us, giving us more power, man. You understand what I'm saying? And guiding us in the right way, man. So salute to you, Wiz. Salute to your family and all that. Word, you already know what it is, man. But yeah, though, man, you know, back to this music thing, man. Yeah, we got to change the narrative, man, because these kids is out of control, man. They're not out of control, but like you said, they're just expressing themselves, but they're expressing themselves in a negative way. You know what I mean? We got to make a way for them. Right now. Right, and that's the thing. And I feel like, you know, the cats that like, you know, like the Little Dirks and what's your homeboy that started it all? What's his name?
Baby, you know.
Nah, that I don't like. Chief Keef,
Like
Little Reese, and all that, right? You know what I mean? These are the cats that gotta come and express, you know what I'm saying, to these young, to their listeners, like, yo, listen, man, this ain't what it is. This is just music. It's entertainment. You dig what I'm saying? You can't, you know.
They scared to even talk about it because they gonna get locked up. Like they the leader of these gangs if they even tell them to stop. I don't know.
Yeah, but somebody got to do something, man.
We just need like a new leader to be born.
And that's what it is.
In music.
But see, but the thing is now, they again, like, you know, you get a new leader to come out, he starts talking positive and all that, they're not going to push him. They're not gonna air him. They're not gonna push his music like that.
My man said they had to control pissing on ops' graves.
Yeah, man, smoking on ops and all that, man.
This drill music
Yo,
is crazy.
I'm telling you, man. And the only thing that me personally,
Do they really do that though?
yeah, they
That
wild,
they
yo,
go
bro, they be wilding, bro. Like, yo, bro, like these kids is wilding off of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they take their music to heart. Like, say if I come on and I dish you on a track, you know what I'm saying? You see me in the barbershop or somewhere and rock me.
But you know what? I don't really hear a lot of the drill music.
Yeah.
I think you gotta go search for it. It's like really like a gang member music.
Yeah, I think it's dying though.
You gotta be like a gang member to hear this music.
Yeah,
man.
but I think it's
And
dying
know
out
that
though.
they talking to you. And everything. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Big James, what up, bro? What's poppin'?
Hey, yo, man, I'm so sorry, but I had to put an answer to what homeboy said when we had leaders in the community. Let's think about Dr. Martin Luther King, what he stood for us.
Right.
Now, we all are at our best for what we do, but at the same token, I mean, what this music is going on right now, it has to be a positive. It has to be a positive trend.
Yeah.
To make sure. Hey, listen. Hey, yo, we have to make sure it's a positive trend for these young adults to follow what's going on.
Yeah.
Every day we watching something on the news. What everybody is doing, which is, you know, if this was not what Martin Luther King fought for, Rosa Parks.
Right. Wow.
We have to tell. You know, this is crazy, man.
Nah, no doubt, but
Yeah, it's definitely
we
crazy.
just
Man.
need to give birth to some new leaders.
Need a new leader, man.
You know, we grew up, you know how it was back in the day. Our family was family. You did something wrong, you got your book with by that family.
Yes, sir. You know what they used to say? It takes a village to raise a kid, raise a child. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It took a community
Yeah.
to raise a child.
Yeah.
But now we have restrictions where you can't do anything to anybody's child without getting crazy, you know, getting in trouble.
But see, the thing is though, and this is, I said this before.
Child won't come back and kill you, man.
But I said this
They're not
before.
playing.
I said this before on the previous show. You dig what I'm saying? What needs to happen is all the OGs in the hood. All the OGs in the hood need to step in, man, and show these kids different and tell these kids different, man. Hey, we got to take control because you got to think about it. We turned our back. Remember, if you turn your back on something after a while, but it's going to grow wild because it has no guidance. You understand what I'm saying? We turned our back on these young kids. Now, I ain't talking to Shorty a knucklehead. They're a bunch of knuckleheads. Hey, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Instead of saying, nah, Shorty, listen, come over here. You know what I'm saying? I'll get you a job at my job, or I'll do this, or I'll do that. We're not showing them nothing positive. We're not showing them a way. We turned our back on them. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. Let me ask you a question, James.
I'm like, hey, yo, y'all young ladies, man.
Yeah.
The street is not like the streets used to be.
Right.
The streets is real.
Right, the streets is real because, hey, James, I got to take this call. I got another caller calling in, brother. I appreciate you calling in, brother. Salute. All right, bro.
Shout out James, man.
Gynesis Radio with your boy Tero. Engineer extraordinaire Dutchy Bang Bang, DJ Hot Sauce on the ones and twos, and I can't forget my man Mike on the left of me, aka Flo. Caller, what's up? What's poppin'?
What up, man?
Infamous Wiz, what's poppin', man? What's going on?
Yeah, I was listening on your topic and all that, about that drill music, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, y'all little road, man. These little dudes, man, they are out of control, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not like the music we was listening to like in the 80s. Well, I ain't gonna say the 80s, like the 90s, early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the man was singing in there. You know what I'm saying? You disrespect the dad. Consequences behind that. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like that.
Of course. But when did that? But let me ask you a question. Now, all the cats that's disrespecting the dead and all this and all that, right? Where's the OGs from that neighborhood? Why ain't the OGs DPing them?
Nah, the thing I have
That's over.
concern on that is
They drilling. That's why they not getting deep.
But you still got drillers, but you still got OG drillers out there too.
They gone. They scared of this young era.
No, I hear you. What you say, bro?
With the parents with sex, bro. Like, you hear your kid, right?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, that light brings guns in the game, right? Because you watch your friends get killed.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, dudes is like, drink that to something 14-year-old, 13-year-old, 15-year-old stops at 16. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right? When I was young, your mom used to clean the whole crib up.
Right.
And whenever she found in that crib that didn't belong in, they got thrown away. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So it's like, where's these parents at? From the fathers, the good uncles, the aunts. Like,
That's a good question.
But you know what it is? I think once the money get in play, as long as the bills and all that's getting taken care of and everything, they fall back.
The parents,
the aunts, or the uncles, all that. You know what I'm saying? Once that money start coming in.
Yeah. They like all of that new stuff too now.
They've been falling back since the 80s, man, when ACS got involved. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You can't discipline your child.
That's
You
true.
understand what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So it's all of this, like everything was a combination of one thing. You dig what I'm saying? And as years went by, let's just say decade after decade after decade, like in the 90s, you dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You had Biggie, you dig what I'm saying? Then you had the streets, you dig what I'm saying? But before that, you had Rock Chunk. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not no joke. But right after that was Biggie, you dig what I'm saying? Where we don't fight one-on-ones. Now, I mean, niggas just choking guns. Now, little niggas are just choking guns.
Nah, nobody fighting them. It's not happening.
So see, again,
but I think only Logan Paul, the Paul brothers fight.
They're the only ones fighting.
They the only ones.
But again, I think me personally, it falls on the OGs, man. I thought it falls on the OGs, man, because we didn't got them. That's the thing. We turned our backs. We turned our backs on the whole generation.
So you can't blame.
You know what I mean? But I do blame it because for the simple fact that the drill era is coming from where? Chicago, right? It stemmed from Chicago. That's where the drill is. It stemmed from Chicago, right? Now, where all the whatever, majority of the cats is rhyming in either BD or GDs.
Yeah, they don't.
Right? BD or GDs, right? So where are the OG BDs and the GDs at? Where are these cats that, you know what I'm saying, the shot callers, the big homies? Where's the big homies that supposed to be like, nah, Joe, chill, B. Nah, we ain't trying to hear that, man. Don't do that, man. This and that, blah, blah, blah. Where's all those people at? Those are the people that got to be held accountable because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You don't take care of this, it's just going to get wilder and wilder. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. I'm going to tell you what happened with that, too. That dude just started getting money. You know what I'm saying? They ignored their community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you ignore your community, you ignore the little ones coming up after you. Like, at the end of the day, it's a lot of dudes out in the projects, you dig what I'm saying? With no father figure. You dig what I'm saying? That father figure they seeing is on that block. You dig what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. So now, being that the father figures on the block, where is the OGs that's like the guidance? If your pops ain't there, where is the guidance? Where is the dude to come in and say, yo, chill, B? Nah, this ain't for you, fam. Go to school, fam, this and that.
Well, listen, that brings me back to my topic. Now, I mean, that decade is gone. Like, that was the 80s decade. That was the era before me. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gone. That's my era. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. And as my era came in, it was like we wasn't even paying attention to them little dudes. It was all about bread or what was going on in the street.
That's a fact.
Those coming up under their own umbrella.
That's a fact.
You look at this, you know what I'm saying? That the first thing a young dude will tell you, my nigga, we ain't looking at you old niggas.
But see now,
on the older class with these young dudes, you know what I'm saying?
But see,
when I was growing up, I was listening to my OGs. I got a lot of game from my OGs growing up.
That's the thing.
You know
like Wiz,
I definitely did.
Like Wiz, you know me. You know what I'm saying? On a different level. You dig what I'm saying? You know, I always spoke positivity. You understand what I'm saying? I always talk, yo, we gotta do this. We got nah, this and that. Since a youngin', you know what I'm saying? Like I always spoke like that. I mean, I was on my rah-rah.
Yeah.
Everybody go through stages. You know what I'm saying? We all go through stages. But I realized this wasn't the way.
Yeah.
You understand? Yo, bro, I took 7 shots to the body, bro. I got battle scars. I done, you know what I'm saying? I done did mine. And I got my karma back. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. At the end of the day, it's a lot of brothers that I spoke to on the one to see me and they're looking at me at one way, but then I start dropping knowledge and dropping jewels on them like, oh, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Your Taro white, like Taro is different. You understand
Sometimes
what I'm saying?
that's all they need is just somebody
and that
really sit down
and that's what it takes.
Listen to them and that, you know, but
Taro,
yo,
let me tell you something, Mo. You think what I'm saying? Like you know me, right? You know my body, you know how I move. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like when you talk to like everything nowadays, it's not like I'm looking up at y'all. You dig what I'm saying? So I can take advice from y'all because you know I basically seen what y'all was doing. These little dudes can see what you're doing, won't respect you. You dig what I'm saying? Because flipping in your tags. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like this shit. Like this generation is different, man. I don't think it's no safe in them.
I think it is though.
No generation.
I think it is, man. It only takes one, man. It only takes one to show them a different route. And they be like, yo, you know what, I'm going. Like, say for instance. I'm listening.
Let me tell you about something about that, bro. Like, it would take one, but you got an army of gang members now. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the same, bro. Yeah. Like, when we was coming up, it was just probably one gang. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Out here,
right.
That's money. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, you got mad different branches from mad LA gangs in New York City.
Right.
Mad in the Chicago shit going on in New York City.
Right.
There's no control. It's like Sharif trying to come in Chicago right now and telling little niggas put the guns down.
Yeah.
It just can't happen, bro.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Boy, little dudes, a bunch of points, you gotta understand this too. Once you take somebody out, that pain is inflicted for the rest of your life.
Right.
You think what I'm saying?
Right.
It's no coming back. It's really no coming back from that. You think what I'm saying? You have problems the rest of your life.
Right.
You think what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
It's not like you think like you cause hurt on it. Like shit is real crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And real rapping the shit is all crazy.
Yeah, it's the rules is crazy to it because it's no way to end it because it's like, yo, you kill me, I'm gonna kill 10 of yours, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's like a never ending beef.
But
they gotta stop with the killing first.
But I think it starts, me personally, I think it starts with the industry. I think it starts with the industry, man.
I think
because
it starts in the streets. They gotta stop hurting each other first and find something else to make drill rap about except
killing
gang violence and you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Wiz. I gotta take this next call. Go ahead, Wiz. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say. Go ahead, bro.
It's not that many positive things. Man. When you look at YouTube, you look at TV, you look at TV now, the most popular show is Power.
Right.
Now, man, you look at the news, the dude killing his father. You get what I'm saying? So these little dudes' heads, it's like, yo,
right.
If a grown person, he ain't there, I'll murder you.
That's a fact.
And that's the attitude.
That's a fact, man.
Under a gang umbrella. So what can you tell that dude? Nothing.
That's a
fact. I'm gonna let y'all go, man.
Yo, Wiz, appreciate you calling in, brother, showing the love, man. You already know what it is between me and you, big bro. I appreciate you, King. You heard?
Shout out.
And my condolences to the family and all that, man. You already know, man. I'm here for y'all, man. You heard?
Copy that.
All right, my dude. Peace. Big James, what's up? What's up, big bro? Talk to me.
James, turn your computer down. Turn your computer down. Turn the volume down.
Turn your volume down your computer, James.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
It's all good.
Man, I'm coming back to answer what old boy said and you said. All right, I apologize. All right, I apologize.
It's cool.
Now, where I'm going on this, to answer what old boy just said that was on the phone with you. Now, OG is here. Now, a lot of that, like a lot of these cats that's on this radio station that's with you, they younger than me.
Right.
I grew up with their brothers.
Right.
So we're in the neighborhood.
Love you
So
too.
we was raised wild.
Love you even more.
You know what I'm saying? So what these cats are doing on the streets, just like old boy said, they are emulating them from actually what they see in videos.
That's a fact.
They see what's going on in different cities and all of that.
That's a fact.
And it's just really sad because this is not what New York is really about.
We the
New York
trendsetters.
is not like that. New York never been like that.
We trendsetters.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
Seven Clowns, you had the Transformers,
Right.
you had the mother cats from Brooklyn on the M train,
Right.
yo. And it was like, yo, everything was like different, yo. You had them cats from Far Rockaway coming out from Far Rockaway on the M train, going up.
Shout out Far
to
Rockaway,
and all
man.
that. I remember all of that.
Shout out Far Rock. Man.
Right. But everything was like, it was a different era. It was a different era, and it was a different time. I mean, you still had the wolves. You know what I'm saying? You still had the wolves out there back in our era and not coming up or whatever the case may be. But it was just like a different era, man. It's like now these kids are just playing like the Wild Wild West, man. It's like, you know what I mean? I'm not fighting nobody, man. I'm just gonna body you. You dig what I'm saying? And that's and that's what hurts, man. You know?
Yeah, I know where you're coming from on that point, but I want to answer for the OGs that did not call in and probably not on this call, like on this podcast. But real talk, yo, we was there.
Yeah.
We've been doing tournaments in Asia, Megan Park,
Mm-hmm.
man, with
Yeah, but
Living Park, crazy.
I think a lot of that needs to come back. Community, like
The hood love.
yeah, them black parties.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
We've
saying?
been doing everything that we need to do to try to get these kids to actually like put these guns down and come on, let's play ball.
Mm-hmm.
We've been driving, yo.
We need to get back to that, man.
For a long time.
Yeah, man.
So it's not like nothing that we not have been out here been doing to try to get everybody restructured for a better life.
That's a fact.
Because listen, let me explain something to you, which a lot of people don't know. Bob Barker on The Price is Right on 50%. No, I'm sorry, 56% of the prison system. He has stocks and bonds. Now I ain't gonna say what I got in it, but like I said, I'm telling you, that'll tell you. And it's a lot of other people that I come to find out that have changed in that too.
My man said guns is the new basketball.
This is basic intelligence. Every state you're going through and every city you go through, all they're doing is build it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they're letting you know, we got a spot for you, man. We got a spot for you, man. Y'all want to act up, we got a spot for you, man. Rent free. You know what I mean? Rent free. And you can stay here as long as you want. You dig what I'm saying?
But I think we just need to figure out a way to bring
But
community.
we got to get back,
man.
we got to get back to that community love again,
That's
man.
like the point.
You know what I
gotta
mean?
fight.
We got to get back that community love. We got to get back to the, you know what I mean? If if somebody's coming in your neighborhood that ain't from your neighborhood, that's starting nonsense or whatever the case may be, they got to get DP. And if somebody in your neighborhood that's destroying your neighborhood, that person has to get DP. You understand what I'm saying? There has to be community love again. That's what it is. You know what I mean? We can't turn our backs on our youth, man. Unfortunately, that's what we've been doing, and that's why everything again, these weeds are growing out of the ground like crazy. You understand what I'm saying? There's no more roses, it's all weeds now. You understand what I'm saying? Because we are not taking the time to water them. We're not taking the time to nourish them and show them the right way. You understand what I'm saying? That's the difference, man.
Community senses.
That's
Well, a lot
yeah.
has happened since the pandemic too, man.
Right now, this is so. It's a lot of information being going on, and a lot of people really need to be listening to this.
Yeah.
This form that you guys got going on right now tonight.
Appreciate you,
And
man.
it's sad that we don't have so many people on Facebook not listening to this what's going on.
Yeah.
A lot of people think, okay, well, if I'm listening to all these brothers just trying to blow smoke and all this and all that,
Right.
but it's not about that.
Right.
It's about life.
And that's what
It's
that.
about the reality. What you gonna put yourself in the situation, and then one thing our grandparents, and even our parents said that one thing Grandma and I used to say, so easy to get in.
But it's hard to get out. That's a fact, man. And see, on our show, what we try to do, we try to keep it real. Like, we're not here to talk about, you know, like we bring up certain topic, current events or whatever the case may be with celebrities and all that. But we're not really based on that. We based on real life, man. What's going on in real life. That's what we try to do. And that's what we try to enhance. We try to elevate instead of degrade. You dig what I'm saying? You know? So that's what my show is based on, man. You know what I mean? But like I said before, man, yeah.
I'm not trying to take up all your time, but this discussion has got me where, like, I just have to be so much of a part of it because of the things that I do in the community with children and all of that stuff, coaching, refereeing, and all of that stuff.
That's what's needed.
But you know what, James? I'm not going to cut you off, but you know what? It's like one of my viewers just said. You know what I mean? A lot of things got taken away. A lot of the PALs,
yes,
the block parties,
no
like you said, the basketball tournaments. You understand what I'm saying? All this and all that. So what are you giving these kids? They come outside just to stand around and do what? You understand what I'm saying? So that's the thing. We got to get back to that. We got to get back to that.
Got to figure out a way to get
right. The free bus rides to Great Adventures. The free, you know what I'm saying, bus rides to Dorney Park. How many, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, what was your grades like in school? Okay, boom, we going to Great Adventures. What was this? Right. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And even though right. And even though a lot of those, that's right. And took the money and ran. And that's where it's going to start. That's what I always say that. Yes.
It don't take much to do anything.
That's a fact.
It really doesn't.
That's a fact, brother.
If you step up and do something, I will be honest with you. If you step up and do something, the sponsors that are sponsoring you, I'll match you more than what you match when you put out.
Of course.
And I know that for sure.
Of course.
No, I'm telling you what I know.
Yeah, I can believe it. I believe you. You know what I mean? But like I said, we got to get back to that, man. We got to get back to that. We got to get back to that community love, man. I remember back in my...
Everybody, all these parents, and it's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this, and I'm just saying this for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
And after I say this, I'm going to let you brothers go because I'm not trying to keep y'all on the phone and keep conversating because I know other people else are probably trying to call them in.
Right.
But you got grandmothers raising children, and then you got children raising children.
That's right.
And they were not respecting their own mothers.
That's right.
Because the children are doing the same thing what the mothers are doing.
All right, then. They smoking.
You go to the club.
Yeah.
How do you go to the same club where your kids is at?
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's right. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is a figgity fact, James, for real, man. But y'all, appreciate you calling in, brother. You know what I mean? We're going to get back to this interview, you know what I'm saying, answer these calls. You know what I mean? Yo, the forum is always open for you, brother. You already know how we do, man.
All right, peace, man. Love y'all.
Peace, King. Love you more. Peace.
Peace and love, man.
All right.
Yeah, man, but that's a fact, though, man. We gotta get back to that, you know. We got to get back to that, man. We got to get back to that neighborhood love, man. We got to show these kids different, especially the younger ones coming up. You understand what I'm saying? We got to show them different, man.
But
you know,
it's like you said, man. I think it's time to give back to the community.
Yeah, I think we should.
I think everybody that turned their back on it is like so sick of it.
Yes.
You know what's going on. That is.
And again, with the artists, all these artists that came from the hoods. You know what I'm saying? Where they at? All these multi-millionaires and this and that. When the last time that you heard that they did something for their hood?
Be associated with that.
Why not? Right? Why not?
Because they got the millions.
You come around giving free turkeys out on Thanksgiving. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, you come around give a couple of book bags out. Don't say this and that, but how much did that really cost you?
That's a tax.
Won't you flood that block with buses to go to Great Adventures? How about that?
What's a tax rate?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Flood them buses to go to Great Adventures. Throw a big block party. Throw the basketball tournaments again. Give these kids something to look forward to, man. You dig what I'm saying?
We need to drop that.
Right.
Need to drop community leaders in the comments.
All them A&Rs out there. You a rapper, you know all these dudes in the industry and all that. Bring them to your hood. Yeah, shorty, go ahead, bust that rhyme. Or sweetheart, go ahead, sing that song. Sing, you know what I'm saying? This snack. Show them a different way.
That's why I appreciate you, Terrell.
Yeah,
you know this podcasting and radio thing is just something that me and you just spoke about. I told you that I was like really, I got a high peaking interest in it, and you just being the leader that you are, you don't even know. You just like, yo, you know what? Let me show them what this. Come with me today. Let me show you how to do this. Let me show you. You know what I'm saying?
And that's my job. And that's my job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I hope that this inspires somebody to become a leader. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Same way you do it, and people be inspired to learn, man.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean?
That's
you gotta
what it
be
is.
open-minded too. It's not only about just being the toughest, coolest guy. It's about being the smartest one.
And I give the, you know what I'm saying? And I take this quote, from Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. Well, I follow his quote: hustle and motivate.
Hustle and motivate.
Hustle and motivate, man. Because, like you said, you might not make it, but like Tupac said, I might not be the one to do it, but I'm gonna spark the candle for somebody else to do it.
So somebody gonna be lit.
That's a fact.
Be lit some type of way. We gonna get it.
That's a fact,
you know
man.
What I mean?
That's a fact, man.
We
So
gonna get it. We gonna get it somewhere.
And to all my OGs out there listening, and all the queens out there, all the kings out there, you see them young dudes on the block, you know what I'm saying? Chop it up with them. Find out what's going on. Ask them what they want to do. Because maybe you might have a plug. Maybe you might connect them to something. You understand what I'm saying? Just don't walk by them. You know what I'm saying? They say, especially the ones that say hello to you. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on with you, man? How you doing today, man? Word, yeah. Chop it up with them. Give them like 5-10 minutes. Maybe they want to express themselves and they can't. Maybe they mother and they father. Why do you think the suicide rate is so high nowadays? These kids are scared. They don't have nobody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? So what they do, they go to the streets. They go to their homies. They talk to their homies. Yo, man, this and that. Word, let's go kill that dude. Word, all right, bet. Instead of having an OG in their ear, like, yo, man, we don't worry about that, man. It ain't about nothing, man. You keep doing what you doing, man. We gotta show them a different route, man. Show them you gotta change the narrative, man. That's another way of giving back. It ain't gotta be about money all the time. You know what I'm saying? It could be knowledge. You can drop a jewel. That one, yo, how you doing today, man? Everything all right with you? Blah, blah, blah. Hold on one second. Hold on. I have a little technical difficulties. Give us 1 second, people. 1 second. I screwed that up. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. That hurt.
Yeah. We good?
See? Perfect example. You gotta take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
You gotta keep going though.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man.
Keep going.
And like I said, you never know. That one positive sentence that you gave that person. Hold on. Woo. You straight now. You good? Yeah. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. I'm down.
Keep it going though, man.
Yeah, I'm a little low. Just a little bit.
Things happen, man.
A little low? Yeah, I'm just a little bit. All right,
Exactly.
1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I'm back in the building. I'm back. Yeah. So like I said, that one sentence, that one paragraph, that one little 5-minute conversation you get that could change his life. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, show somebody who cares instead of acting like,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Care when they really on suicide time. They really just giving up.
That's a fact.
Gotta show people that you care.
That's a fact. Like I had a bunch of teenagers, man, a bunch of young guys. They tell me, oh man, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm like, word, well, come to my show, let's talk. What? You serious? Oh, wow, that's what's up, man. Yeah. Just to see the look on their face made my day.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Made my day.
You probably made their day just by.
That's a fact.
And
I changed the way they thought.
Like, yo, I'm about to give you the air.
Word. You know what I mean? And just to change the way they changed their thought.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? A lot of these kids, a lot of people, not just kids, a lot of people don't have that outlet to express what they're going through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And a lot of people should pay attention and give that air because, sometimes these kids be trying to talk to you and you don't be trying to listen to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or they be trying to get inspiration and aspiration from you and sometimes it could be just that kid that you put like, I ain't got something.
Right. And that next thing you know, he done turned out to be
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but he really wanted some inspiration. He wanted you to hear him. So I think everybody gotta really take that to the heart and just listen, man. Just give back the air and because
we all need it.
You know,
from the parents, from the mothers, the fathers that's going through things, the grandparents, the aunts and uncles. We all need it.
Sometimes
you know
your
what I mean?
neighbor is your counselor.
That's
your
a fact.
Your best friend is your counselor.
That's a fact.
You can be your sister, anybody.
That's right. That's
you know,
right. Don't look at that dude as a name. Don't look at that dude that, you know, oh, he got a 9 to 5. He ain't about nothing. That same dude right there could teach you something. You understand what I'm saying? That dude right there can teach you how to invest in some stocks or invest in property or and do this and do that. You never know. You can't judge a book by its cover. You have to open the book up and read it.
Yeah, man.
You dig what I'm saying?
That's the way of life right there.
That's the way of life, man. You know what I mean? That's a
life.
fact, yo. That's a fact. Show people you care. It makes a big difference. It does. It does. That's like when I was speaking the other day with Dutch. I was like, yo, you know how you can approach somebody like, peace, King. Hello, King. You're like, King, you know, I ever call me that. Everybody always call me the N-word or the B-word. You understand what I'm saying? That might change the way that person thinks now. You know what I'm saying? The way he carries himself. I'm a king. He call me king. I'm a king. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna greet him the same way.
That's a fact.
We both kings.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, man.
It's just little things like that we need to pay attention to and listen to. You know?
Oh, yeah. We got a little friend in here. Hey, what's your name, little poodle? You got a little friend just ran up on me. Okay.
We got dogs running in the studio.
It's all good. It's real. It's real in here, man. Take over too. He took over. He took over the spot. Take over
Tuesday, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, like I said, man, you know, like I said, my show ain't based on just talking celebrity and gossip and all this and all that. You know what I'm saying? We try to talk realism here, man. We try to talk real life, man. And like you bring up a topic, like, okay, you know, with the same thing with our culture, like we got, you know what I'm saying, that the what's that? The ladies the real houses of hip hop or whatever.
It's a lot.
To me, that's just a bunch of coonery, man. I look at it like they just trying to get they getting a check. That's what they doing, whatever they got to do to get that check. It's like shucking and jiving all over again. You understand? Making themselves look bad. You understand what I'm saying? Just to get a check. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the thing that we have to change. Remember, we kings and queens, man. They want us to go in public on TV and all this to make ourselves look like fools. That's what they want. They want that. You understand what I'm saying? We got to change that, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, again, you know, back to this music, you know what I mean? Because, and I respect this topic right here because it's me and you. You know what I mean? I'm a different era. I'm an older era. You know what I mean? And you from a younger generation. So, you know, your generation, and that's the type of feedback that I want.
Yeah, see.
You understand? I can relate with my dudes, but my dudes, we on the same level. So everything they saying, I'm be saying. You know what I mean? So coming from your generation.
Me and my generation, like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? We definitely on different type of timing.
Facts.
But it's a generation younger than us right now that's on a different type of time.
And that's a fact. That's a fact.
But we was on. So,
that's a fact.
You know,
because it's like we talking about new countries. It's like we talk about drill music.
Yeah.
It's the same thing my parents and the elders were saying, you know what I mean? Yeah. What is that garbage? That hibbity bebop bebop. You know what I mean?
I kind of like older music, rap.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like Cool G raps. I told you that I had person that used to take me to 5 Points in Queens, and I used to, you know, just listen to Marley Marl, Cool G. I met a lot of just like cool artists, and I kind of like the older music. I feel like it had
more substance,
more sense and feeling to it. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
I think that stopped in like the 90s, man.
I don't think the 90s. I think the 90s are still there, but again, like I said, the 90s came. And when that era was the hard rock era. That was the Champion hoodies. That was the Army fatigues, the Timberlands. That was the drinking 40 ounces. That was the, you know what I'm saying, the hard rock era. Because hip hop went through different eras. You had the hip hop, the bebop, the park jam hip hop. You dig what I'm saying? Then you had the, you know, the dancing era where everybody was dancing, the Kid and Plays, and the, you know what I'm saying, all that. Then you had the days the native tongue when everybody was talking all positive, whatever the case may be. Then they went to the hard rocks. Then you had the NWAs and the gangsters and all that, whatever the case may be. Then they went to the hard rock in the 90s, like the 96, 97s. You dig what I'm saying? I think in the 2000s, maybe like the 2010s, 2008s, that's when it just started getting wild. It started getting bonkers. You dig what I'm saying? It started getting bonkers. You know what I mean? You know, because you got to think about it. It's funny, man. I remember dudes used to be wearing like, and that's it's funny that he said that because I remember New York City, man. No disrespect to no other, you know what I'm saying, state or whatever case may be. But I remember New York City, man. We used to be trendsetters, man. You dig what I'm saying? And them other states was taking it another way. Like, say for instance, we'll go buy a 2X t-shirt, right? And I joined. It was all right. We was good money. You know what I'm saying? But you got cats in North Carolina, South Carolina buying 5X t-shirts.
Yeah, but
joints covering their knees and all that. You dig
yo,
what
I
I'm saying?
definitely was trying to do that.
Yeah.
I definitely was doing
And
that.
that's crazy. You go buy a size, you wear a size 32 waist, but you got a 40 waist jeans on, pants is mad baggy and all that.
That's when being cool wasn't scary.
Right.
I can you know, I can literally say that. Man.
Right.
Being cool wasn't scary back then. Now, you know, it's like,
yeah, being cool, you gotta go to jail or
you gotta have a gun
somebody.
on you. You know what I'm saying? To be cool,
yeah,
like,
man.
you know, so I can say that, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's definitely different, man. You know what I mean? But we gotta, like I said, we gotta change the narrative on that, man. And anybody that we can help out, man. Anybody, man. You know what I mean? Like this young lady, man. You know, I bought some candles. We started our own candle business, man, and I respect that. You know what I mean? Like she's supposed to be on the show tonight, but you know what I mean? She couldn't make it, but. You know, hopefully I'll catch up to her.
She gonna
pop up. She's definitely gonna pop up.
You
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? So, you know, much love to her. You know what I mean? And much love to all my young entrepreneurs out there, man. That's changing the narrative, man. You understand what I'm saying? Because think about it. When I was coming up, man, I walked out my door. Only thing I seen was drug dealers, man, prostitutes and all that. You understand what I'm saying? And crackheads and dope fiends. These kids are walking out their doors now. Well, you know, but they on that whatchamacallit right now. They on that internet. And that internet is teaching them a lot of things at different outlets.
More than
more than what we had.
What grandma was teaching me.
That's a fact. Well, grandma told us to go to school to get a good job and go to church. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you know, yeah, it's different now, man. And salute to them, man. Salute not just the kids, man. Salute to all the entrepreneurs out there, man. Doing their own thing, man. Everybody getting that bag, man.
Shout out all the entrepreneurs, man.
Real, man.
Shout out my niece Yanni. She definitely one of them too.
Yeah, man. Shout out to T1 too, man. T1, man. You know what I mean? You only got one shot at life, man. If you're interested into that T1 line or whatever the case may be, just go to go at take.1.clothing. You know what I mean? And you can check out all the variety of clothing they have. You know what I mean? Things like that. They definitely pop it. I got one on myself. You already know what that is.
I'm really feeling that, man. That take one.
Yeah, man. It's just popping. It has a message behind it. You know what I mean? So,
you know, we're going to definitely.
Yeah, definitely, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah, man. But like I said, man, you know, keep doing what you're doing, man. Don't let nobody stop you from doing what you're doing. Live your dreams, man. For real, man. And if you got them OGs out there, man, all you OGs out there, man, you know what I'm saying, they're teaching the youth the wrong way, man. Y'all need to be DP'd yourself, man. That's real talk, man.
Teach it the right way.
Word, man. For real, man. Teach these kids, man. Your future might be done, man, but theirs is not, man. Talk to me, bro.
What does DP mean?
Discipline.
Okay.
That's the triple OG over there, man. That's the triple OG over there. Yo, TP, man, you've been quiet over there, man. You know, express yourself a little bit, man. You're a triple OG, man. You've been in this industry for a minute and all that. What do you see? How do you see this whole thing right now, from your era of the music to this drill music now? What's going on? Talk to us, man.
It's
Madness, huh?
It's crazy. And if I'd have known music would be the way it is today,
right,
I'd have never quit my job at Atlantic Records many years ago. When they said they was changing the narrative of music. When they only want to see murder, death, kill.
Right.
Asses wiggling and titties jiggling.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
I'd have known that, you know, the youth of today would have been stuck in that era, that those businessmen who don't look like me and you,
that's right,
decided that's what they wanted to do.
That's right.
They know that they had to take the message out of our music.
That's right.
And put another message in our music.
That's right.
To shape and mold the minds of our youth.
To try to destroy us what we created.
And you know, pop culture is what shapes and molds our children.
Yes.
And that's why we got drill music.
That's right.
That's why we got murder, death, kill. Come on, they done told our young daughters that Cardi B is a role model.
That's right. The Nicki Minaj.
They role models.
Megan Thee Stallion,
You got young women today raising hits, holes in training.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact, man.
Because they got to keep us off our square.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean? They got to keep us off our square because we was on our square before. You know what I mean? And the reality is, when there was a message in our music, you know, they knew that's how we communicated. And that was something that came back that came from Africa.
That's right.
One tribe, one village communicating with the other village through music.
That's a fact.
Through the beat of the
drums. That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And it even transpired hundreds of years later through slavery in the Caribbean, you know, in Trinidad. That's why we have the steel drum. Because they were beating the drum and they were able to communicate with each other through the music, and there was a revolt in Trinidad. You know what I mean? So that's when they said no more drums for these slaves.
Right.
So they created the steel drum because the sound of the steel drum can't travel as far as the bass drum.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
So the message has always been in our music from the beginning of time.
That's right.
So they know that we educate each other through music. You know what I mean? We've been, you know, the beat is there, they bopping their heads to it. The message is there, we educate it. Come on, we had people, songs like Ain't No Stopping Us Now.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
How we go from Ain't No Stopping Us Now to I got the wettest pussy.
The whack. That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Ain't No Stopping Us Now to that.
That's right.
How we get there?
That's right.
Because they done put all these roadblocks in front of us and told us this is the way to be. So you know what? People like Boo Boo, I'm talking about 50 punk ass 50 cents.
Right.
You know what I mean? Boo Boo.
Boo Boo. Right.
He taking advantage of a situation by giving you power.
That's right.
Putting all that negative energy in front of people.
And that's why I don't watch it.
I don't support none of that. I don't support none of that stuff.
That's why I don't watch it, man.
Anything that glorifies murder, death, kill.
That's right.
The degradation of black people.
That's right.
We cannot support that.
And that's why I don't watch BMF.
I
don't watch none of that, man. Like I told Dutch, I said I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired because it's all the same plot at the end of the day: kill, murder, snitching, and jail, and then prison. It's the same thing. It's the same plot all over again. So what?
Like right now, Herb Gotti doing a Supreme Team movie.
Right.
What are you doing that for?
Right.
Why are you glorifying these losers?
That's right. That's right.
At the end of the day, they're losers.
That's right, because they destroyed our community.
You know what I mean?
But see, that was, and the thing is, I mean,
and that goes back to what I was saying, but when I was at Atlantic Records, where they came in and said we changing the direction of where we going. You know what I mean? It's all part of the plan.
The powers to be. I said that.
All part of the plan.
I said that. You know what I mean? Yo, it's a. You probably know Homeboy too, right? He was out here at one point, and he came out with a clothing line called Jump Shots Over Gunshots, right? And he tried to put it in certain. He went to certain stores, you know, talking, you know, whatever case may be in the store. One store in particular said nah because it's promoting positivity. And they didn't want to sell his clothing because it promoted positivity. Right. But now if he had something on there with the kill and the murder and all that, smoking blunts and all that, they would have put it in the store ASAP.
Oh, that's right. You know, that's what, you know, all these jokers around here talking about that gang stuff and all that, man. Man, we don't do that.
Nah, we don't do that. We don't do that, man. But actually, yeah, like one of my viewers just said, is the frequency in the music is dangerous. Hypnotic music. And it is. It's hypnotic music. You see a video over and over and over again, that's going to stay in your head.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Think about it. We've all heard songs come on the radio that we know was whack.
Right.
It was horrible.
Right.
But the radio stations played it so much that you got tired. Before, you used to just change the station when it came on.
Right.
But then now everybody's playing it.
That's right.
So
That's right.
You can't change it. So after a while, you just stop changing the channel when you start listening to it.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're bopping your head to it. And you're singing.
Yeah.
And it's still whack.
Yeah.
You still don't like it.
Yeah.
But they done shoved it down your throat.
Yes.
So you accept it.
Yeah.
And that's what has happened in our community. They have wiped out our community leaders. You know, they have flipped the script on them. You know, they brought them up on frivolous charges and all kinds of stuff. You know, and then they have pushed forth an agenda to destroy us and keep us knocked off our square, thinking about the wrong stuff.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
We so busy worrying about what's going wrong instead of everything that's going right. You know what I mean? They done told black women they're not beautiful.
That's right.
They told them that you need 3-inch lashes hanging off your face.
That's right. To see beautiful.
You
gotta have your weave all the way down to your butt.
You need this ridiculous weave on.
Yeah.
And you need to look like a freaking fool.
Or you need to go all the way out to Brazil and get your butt done, or get your breast enhanced.
You're looking like a damn fool.
Yes, man.
Right?
Yes.
But guess what? Look at them other women. The other women, they win in the game, bro. They win. They win.
That's
straight
a fact.
winning.
That's a fact.
They straight winning. And then they want to say, oh, Terrell, you know, came up, you got $2 above lunch money, and now baddie number 628 ain't no good for him no more. Well, who wants to date a girl who calls herself baddie 628?
That's 628.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, it's a fact, man.
I'd rather be with Becky with the good hair.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
If I got to choose who I'm gonna take out with me, baddie number 623 or Becky with the good hair, I'm going with Becky.
Because guess what? When I'm with Becky, Becky is all natural. Not to say it like that, but I'm not talking about, you know, when I say Becky, I'm not talking about just that of the race, but I'm just talking about
in general.
Yeah, the plain James.
Give me the L7.
Right, right.
You know, I want that square broad.
That's right.
You know,
that's right. Because that person you take home, guess what? When they get home, they got to take all that off. The eyelashes, the this, the that.
And the killer is they done took the stripper out of the strip club and brought her out into the world.
That's right.
The stripper was fantasy.
That's a fact.
They dressed like that because that was all fantasy.
That's
Ain't
a fact.
Marrying no stripper.
That's a fact.
Unless you Kanye West.
That's a fact. And look what he's going through.
And you see what he's going through. He lost his goddamn mind.
You see what he's going through? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
It is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been a plan. It's always been a plan. It will always be a plan.
That's right.
That's why they're saying you can't even teach Black history. You can't tell people that Black people were slaves in America no more.
That's crazy.
You know, you can't tell people the plight of the African in America. They're trying to make it illegal.
That's crazy.
They're trying to erase the history.
That's right.
Of this country.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know what? We got to wake these kids up. We got to shake them up. You know what I mean? Because you know what we need to start doing is see. Death is real. But these kids is afraid of death. We have to do like Emmett Till's mother did. Open up that casket and show that battered body. You know, these kids need to go ahead and the scared straights need to be, nah, you ain't gonna take him to jail. Take his ass to the morgue.
That's right. Straight to the morgue.
Take him to the morgue.
That's right.
Open that sucker up. Let me see what's going on. Matter of fact, his community service should be lay his ass on a slab and push him in the refrigerator.
That's right.
You got to stand there for 15 minutes.
That's right. That's a fact.
And think about what's going on. So you surrounded by all these dead bodies. Let them lay in there for 15 minutes.
That's a fact.
On that table in that refrigerator.
That's a fact.
For 15 minutes, then pull his ass out.
And see where he at now. See what he thinking about now.
You know what? He gonna put that gun down. He gonna change his life.
Yeah. Shout out to Eliza Beth.
Because he gonna go tell all his boys, man, you know what they did to me? He gonna be crying.
That's
He
right.
gonna be having nightmares.
That's right.
We gotta make the nightmares real. You know what I mean? Because see, these jokers is pulling out a gun and shoot somebody from across the street. They not seeing the blood running. They not seeing the blood coagulate on the sidewalk. You know what I mean? They think it's just like in the movies. So by the time they come to pay their respects, they put their little candles out, they do their little RIPs and all that bull crap, right? They go to the funeral parlor to see this joker, he all cleaned up and looking real neat in the casket. They think it's cool. No, show him the raw essence, man. Show him how they had to cut his head open to get his brain out to get the bullet out. You know what I mean? How they cut his chest open and open him up. Show them the raw essence. That's how you're going to change these minds. That's how you're going to change the mindset of these drillers. You know what I mean? You got to hit them where it hurt at, bro. But you know, that's just my opinion.
Hey, and that's what we here for, man. You know what I'm saying? We love all the opinions, man. And that's the opinion from a triple OG right there. You know what I mean? I'm a double OG. That's a triple OG over there. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, but that's real.
Just a young OG.
Hey, man, but you're there. You're in the category. You understand something, man? You know, age don't make you an OG, man. I think OG is the one that goes through that gets an understanding of life, man. Once you get that understanding and perception of life,
back, right?
That's a fact.
Somebody that's able to give that knowledge back.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact, man.
And in a way that can affect somebody and change their life.
That's a fact.
Whether good or bad.
That's a fact. But like you said, and it hurts me, but yeah, man, you got these women running around here with these 10 feet lashes and the weaves and all that. Like, you know what I mean? You got to go get your whatever all the insecurities. No, we got to lift up our queens. Let them know that you are beautiful the way you are.
That's right.
You understand? We got to let them know you are. You don't have to go out there and look like Brooke Shields because that's what they want you to do. They want you to go up there and emulate this one. You understand what I'm saying? But you understand what I'm saying as far as that, though. You know what I mean? Oh, I gotta have the long, luxurious hair. Oh, I gotta have the, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta have the fatty, like so and so, so and so. Like, come on, man.
Change the mindset. How about teaching financial literacy?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think that is
that's key.
Like one of the top 5 things needed.
That's key.
Because guess what? How many jokers you know think they got $2 above lunch money, and all they got is a 10-year-old BMW, a 10-year-old Mercedes, a bunch of tennis shoes,
and
some clothes.
Yeah, all that stuff that don't add up for nothing.
And guess what? They ain't got no life insurance. So when they die, they got to go to GoFundMe.
GoFundMe, that's right.
They ain't got no life insurance.
That's right.
They don't own nothing.
That's right. What you want to leave your kids? That 10-year-old BMW?
By the time the kid gets his 20 years old, they ain't worth nothing.
That's right.
You know what I mean? They got no money. They got nothing.
That's right.
You know what I mean? No financial literacy because these kids are just living just to die.
That's right.
You know, because somebody done painted a picture of them that you ain't got nothing to live for anyway.
That's right.
What Donald Trump said? Vote for me, y'all ain't got nothing to lose.
That's right.
That was the realest thing he ever said.
That's a fact.
Because he was letting you know that he don't give a rat's ass about you.
That's right.
Your life don't matter.
That's right.
And what else you got to lose? You're not gonna gain nothing.
That's right.
Whether you vote for me or vote for him.
You're never gonna gain
nothing. You know what I mean?
That's why we gotta take matters into our own hands, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We gotta do that, man.
Black ladies back, man.
Absolutely. And see, what most jokers don't realize that, you know what? You don't even need a whole lot of education to run a business.
No, you don't. You don't.
Because let me tell you,
it's a big fact. So.
Every street hustler on the corner that sold crack, sell weed, sell dope, whatever they sell, you can take him the way he run that business, selling them drugs in any Fortune 500 company.
I was just about to say that.
He can be the CEO.
I was just about to say that.
And he can run that company.
I was just about to say that.
Him that.
Nah,
he already know it.
He already know it. It's already embedded in him. For the first time he made that sale, brother case he knows how to hustle. He knows how to hustle. That's it.
He know he need to buy low, sell high.
That's right.
He know how to flip that dough.
And the supply and demand.
That's right. Supply and demand. You know what? Guess what? He know how to get investors.
That's right.
You know what I mean? He could run any Fortune 500 company.
Yeah.
So take that same knowledge and take it to the next level.
That's right.
The problem is jokers are so caught up in the glitter. You know what I mean? They so caught up in the glitter that they're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're stuck in the box.
Stuck in that mentality.
You know,
Yes.
And they only know one way.
Yes.
That's to be a street level barbarian.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
So instead of me and Terrell linking up, Terrell, his block, you know, he's from Soundview, right? I'm in commandeered Bronxdale.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and my man got Parkchester.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We can get together and put our chips together, build and buy something.
Mm-hmm.
Build.
Let's build
Get
the community.
real estate.
Let's build the community center.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get some radio stations back.
Let's build some things. Do something.
Mm-hmm.
And we still can be hustling.
Mm-hmm.
Doing what we doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But let's take the murder, death, and kill
out of the equation. That's right. Shout out to Cab on the check-in. Salute, King.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take the murder, death, kill out of our hustle.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because guess what? There could be a resolution council.
That's right.
You know, there's no reason for me and you to go to war about something that is just going to cancel us out. One of us is going to be dead, the other one's going to be in prison for the rest of our lives.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So why are we going to cancel each other out?
That's a fact.
Because guess what? The mother jokers are sitting there with their hands, you know, crossed like, yeah. In fact, my son sent me a video, right?
Okay.
Of a kid that he went to school with in elementary school. Now, this guy got murdered last week, and y'all probably heard about it. Might even saw the video in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
They went to a baby shower,
Mm-hmm.
and dude had an argument with a dude in the store, and the guy he had an argument with put out a gun and shot him in the face. But the guy that got shot in the face, he was with his family. So his family bum rushed the dude that shot him in the face and wrestled the gun from him and shot and killed him with his own gun. And the brother was standing there stomping him and kicking him while he's dead. You know what I mean? So both of these young men got murdered. You know, and my son's like that. You remember him? You know, he used to come out of the crib and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But stuff like that should not have to happen.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Because we're not different. We're actually the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stop acting like we're different because we don't own the real estate in front of that corner store.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
We don't own that block. We don't own that block.
Because guess what? The streets ain't got no expiration date.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? The streets gonna be here.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So jokers gotta realize the streets ain't going nowhere. The streets is gonna be here. Don't get caught up in that. But long story short, I'm gonna send you the video.
Yeah. Send me that video, please.
And it's crazy, man. And I'm watching it, and then they sitting the brother up. They got shot in the face, and they talking to him in his ear like he gonna survive this gunshot wound to the face. While they done took the gun and killed the other dude, and they stomping out a dead body for 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. While the people on the phone calling the police, and the police pull up casually, get out their car and look. And the dude that stomping the dead body, he stopped, and they put handcuffs on him. And you know, they just looking around the cops like, look at these jokers.
Yep.
We don't even care.
Don't.
You know what I mean?
They say in other words, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, because y'all just doing it to y'all destroying each other. So thank you. We appreciate y'all.
That's right, man. But
that's crazy, man.
It's crazy. I'm gonna see you the video right now.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. That is horrible, man. That again, we gotta check, like you said, man. You know what I mean? We gotta have a council, man. Certain things could be resolved. They don't have to go that route. You know what I'm saying? But again, it goes down to the point of the OGs not disciplining these young dudes running around doing this nonsense. Because you hear about it, you heard so-and-so did this, so-and-so did that. Where he at? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where he at? Yo, come here, man. You know what I'm saying? BPM.
Check your phone. I just sent it to you.
All right.
Check your phone. I just sent that to you, man. And, you know, just click on it and look at that video, man. It's crazy. Man.
Yeah, let me check it now.
Because the dudes in the store is telling the police what happened and how it happened. You know, like there's another gunshot. They just shot somebody else. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You know, it is. I sent to you as a text, man.
All right.
It's crazy, man. There's so much madness going on out here, man. Like I said, we could literally have a council. You know, just like the 5 families did. You know, we're not killing each other. You know what I mean?
I ain't get it yet, but yeah.
You know? Oh yeah, that's well.
I'll check it with
you get it because you know how it is down here.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah, like this, how the mafia used to do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I
just got it just now.
Put the guns down, man.
Yeah.
Put the guns down.
It's time to organize
yes, sir.
And you know.
But so let me ask y'all something. How y'all feel about the fact that trainloads of guns are being coming through the hood in California and Chicago?
I heard about that a long time ago. I heard about
trainloads
that.
Of guns
and the cabooses.
And they're being stopped in the hood.
Yeah.
Left there, and they know that they're gonna break into these trains.
Yeah.
And hundreds and thousands of guns.
How you think these kids are getting ARs and AK-47s and all
stolen?
That? You can't go buy in the stores. Where you getting it from?
So now, you know, they said these guns was on their way to be destroyed and stuff like that.
But they so-called just stopped in the hood for some reason.
They stopped in the hood on these trains. The train broke down, and all of a sudden, now, you know, somebody knew the guns was on the train because now the gang members knew that the guns was on the train, and the gang members broke into the trains and took all the damn guns. The police never came by to check. Now, railroad companies have security.
Of course.
They have security.
Of course.
How come no security's around those trains that's full with guns on a train that break down in the hood?
That's the
It's a
can't
setup.
mess with the higher ups that gave that green light for that.
It's a setup. It's all a setup, man. It's all a setup, man. Just like
with
with drugs, everything, man.
Kind of like that.
We don't grow drugs in our communities. We don't know how to grow.
Contra situation.
There you go.
You know, with
There you
Ronald
go.
Reagan and
Rick Ross.
Alva North and all of that.
Rick
man.
Ross. That's
You know,
why Rick Ross went to jail, because he was the
that's right.
obviously, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't gonna lock Oliver North up. They wasn't gonna lock Bush up. They wasn't gonna lock Reagan up. You understand what I'm saying? So of course they found the scapegoat. Yeah, we're gonna lock him up. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. Come on, man. And that's what I said. We gotta stop falling for these traps, man.
Yeah.
They're setting up traps for us, man. You know what I mean? That's why they're building so many jails, man. You know what I mean? Because they know, okay, boom. You know what I'm saying? I forgot how much you get for an inmate.
Come on, man.
But they get big money for
You
one
know,
inmate.
Donald Goins wrote a book in the late 60s.
One of my favorite authors.
You know, white man's justice, black man's grief. Perfect example. The white female cop that shot that young man.
Yeah, and she got
2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
Same state, same town, same courthouse, different judge. There was a black Somali police officer who shot and killed a white woman by mistake in the alleyway. He doing 12 and a half, 25.
Incredible, man.
You know, he got 12 and a half and 25. She got 2 years.
Incredible.
And guess what? And if she have good behavior, she'll be out in 8 months.
Shout out to my man Yada. I want to check in.
How about
Salute, King. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
You know what I mean?
But it just goes to show. It goes to show we got to take control of our narrative. We got to change the narrative for us. You know what I'm saying? We go out here, we protest, we do this, we do that. But guess what? Ain't nothing going to change. We got to change within.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got to change within in order. That's like a crackhead or a drug abuser or something like that. In order to change, you got to change what? Within.
Right.
You go to 1,000,001 programs that at the end of the day, if you ain't changing within, it's not going to, and it ain't going to change anything. You understand what I'm saying? You got to look like they say, the man, like Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror. The man in the mirror, man. It starts with the man in the mirror. And that's what all of us, we have to change.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? We want respect, we want this, we want that. We got to change. We got to change the people, a way we act amongst each other.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You don't see the Jews acting like that with each other. You don't see the Chinaman acting like that with each other. You don't see, you know what I'm saying? You don't see that. It's only us going against each other, destroying each other, destroying the community, not showing each other love. And they love that. They love that because guess what? Their ideal was, they first said, yo, if it was our choice, we would lock you up from birth. We would put you in, y'all, you understand what I'm saying? Right.
Y'all would have never been free.
Right. So we, you know what I'm saying? So now think of the Martins, like you said, the Martins, the Rosa Parks, the Malcolm X, the Marcus Garveys, the Tupac Shakurs, all these people out there, the Black Panthers, everybody that was doing everything to make us respect each other.
Yeah, man, they was trying to build an order.
You know what I'm saying? To make us respect each other. They drop jewels on us and they trying to show us we are humans too. It's not, we can't let what they say about us change the way we think of ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get a Benz or you get a BMW, you think you're the man, but guess what? You still live in the projects. You know what I'm saying? You're still going in the pissy elevators. You're still doing this. You're still doing that.
Yeah.
So where's the growth? You understand what I'm saying? Right. It's time to buy. It's time that we gotta take control. And you know, we gotta build up our armies. Build up our armies. So in case they try to do a Black Wall Street on us. Now we prepared now.
Yeah.
Now you know what I'm saying? Now we prepared now.
We need our own acres of land so we can.
You understand what I'm saying?
Build them.
That's a fact, man.
Not on some coke, because it seemed like every like one person that just get land, it's like starting range or something. They could start like a coke.
Yeah.
But let me say this here, right? Nobody in America spend money like we do.
That's a fact.
On nothing.
And that's what I said. I said that.
We live with money, right?
Yes, sir.
We spend money on nothing.
We can stay in the hood.
Yeah.
Because the hood is what made us.
Right.
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 Unfortunately, they're regentrifying every hood in America right now.
That's right.
They're regentrifying New Jersey.
Yep.
Right now.
Yep.
Underneath these jokers' nose.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
just
a
like
fact.
they did
Harlem
and Brooklyn.
That's right.
So guess what? all you street level barbarians out there getting this money instead of buying tennis shoes and 10-year and 20-year-old cars, buy them buildings.
That's a fact. That's
Buy the block.
When the last time you seen a black bodega? A black-owned store.
Long time ago, brother.
You understand? Shout out to my man Fetty on the check-in. Salute.
Long time ago.
You understand what I'm saying?
Long time ago.
When the last time you seen a black-owned liquor store?
Long time ago.
This is what I'm saying. We lost so much power going against each other, man. We was on a come up. I remember Harlem, boy. When I was younger, Harlem was sharp.
Because the divide and conquer.
That's right.
See, one thing, what a lot of people don't realize about us, right? We have 7.5 ounces of brain, right? And people thought that was just an old saying. No, you and I have 7.5 ounces of brain. There was only one person who was not like us that had more than 7.5 ounces of brain, who actually had 7.5 ounces of brain, just like we had. That was Albert Einstein. Okay, they said he was a genius, right?
Yeah, I just learned something new today.
You know, so women brains are generally smaller than a man's.
Okay.
Right. But those other men, they have 6.5 ounces of brain.
Okay.
But we have 7.5 ounces of brain. You know, that's why every autopsy, the brain is removed and weighed. Because they're trying to disprove that. You know, and just think about it, right? We are just about 150 years removed from slavery. Just about 150 years removed from slavery. So slavery, the average African American spoke deeper, oopa doopa, umpa dumpa, impa dimpa. Couldn't talk, right? He knew how to harvest the farm and harvest the crop. He had some knowledge, right? Because we came over here with knowledge. You know, we came over here as doctors, engineers, and scientists, and chemists. We came here that way, right? But in that 150 years that we're barely out of slavery, 75 of them, the last 75 years, you know, which was definitely my parents' lifetime and my grandparents' lifetime, and damn near my lifetime, right? We have caught up to a people that had a 450-year head start on us.
That's right.
We caught up.
That's a fact. That's a
We
fact.
caught up
That's
to
a
people
fact.
who had a 450-year head start. That's scary.
Yeah, very. That's why they intimidated now.
So
They scared.
That's why we have to constantly knock off our square.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Because think about it. Brothers couldn't speak. They
Couldn't read.
They couldn't do
write.
nothing,
That's right.
But in 75 years, look where we are. Who is the most educated person in America? The black woman. The black woman. You know what I mean? All those things. So while you all out here partying and bullshitting, there are people who are statisticians who are gathering all this information and saying, no, we got to stop this. Because if we keep allowing things to move in this direction,
we're going back to
what's going to happen when they decide to want reparations or they want to get revenge for what we put them through.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's why all these things has happened. You know, like the Black Panthers said, if y'all come through here shooting us, we're gonna shoot y'all, we're gonna shoot back at you.
That's right.
You know, y'all pull up, we're gonna pull out.
That's right. That's right.
So what did they create? The Mumford Act. The Mumford Act was created to take your Second Amendment.
The gun.
That's
right. That's right.
Because if we create a law to keep them from being legally armed, Whenever they got a gun, we can lock them up.
That's right.
And if they can't be legally armed, they cannot form an army. So there will no longer be a Black Liberation Army. Just think of those words, Black Liberation Army. Come on, that scared the hell out of people. Black Liberation Army. The word just work. What does liberation mean? You know what I mean?
Right.
You saying Black Liberation Army. They're going to be armed. Well, there was a politician. His name was Mumford. You know, he was a senator or a congressman or something, and he came up with the scheme. We got to take their Second Amendment right because we can't stop them from legally. We can't stop them from being armed, but we have to find a way to disarm them. So guess what? They knew weed was what wasn't a drug, but they made weed illegal.
So now
right?
you got
So now you got caught with weed in the 60s. They gave you a felony.
Right.
Now that you had that felony,
you can't
they took your Second Amendment right. So they would arrest Black people in the hood all the time.
Right.
For frivolous stuff.
Right.
Charge you with a felony. But because you don't know your rights, they would tell you, we're going to give you probation. And you're not going to do no jail time. We're going to give you probation, but you got to plead guilty to this felony. This is going to be a felony. You're going to plead guilty to this. And you're not going to go to jail. How many Black men in the hood pled guilty to a felony just so he wouldn't go to jail? The threat of going to jail was enough to scare him to plead guilty to a felony. There's millions upon millions of young Black men that pled guilty to a felony because he was afraid to go to jail, right? For something frivolous, right? And when he pled guilty to that felony, what happened? He fell under the Mumford Act. You can't get a gun. You know, they even for a while convinced people that if you were convicted of a felony, you couldn't vote.
Yep, I remember that. Yeah,
and it was a lie.
Yeah, I remember that.
It wasn't the truth. Because the moment you get out of prison and you are no longer on parole, you get what's called a certificate of relief.
Okay.
And in that certificate of relief that you get, the first thing that's on that thing is your right to vote. Your right to vote.
Shout out to Flav on the check-in salute.
On that certificate of relief. And as soon as you get yourself together and you haven't been in trouble for 15 years or 20 years, whatever it is, you can petition the court for a full certificate of relief to get your Second Amendment right back. How many Black men know that?
No, I didn't know that.
How many Black men know that? You can petition the court to get your Second Amendment rights back. Also, what we don't know is that in regards to that Second Amendment right, is that the Rockefeller laws have been repealed in New York. All right, the Rockefeller drug laws.
Yeah.
Right. So, if you got arrested for selling crack in the 80s, and you went to jail for 1 to 3, mandatory drug stuff, right? The Rockefeller law has been changed. You have a right, although you no longer on parole, and it's 30 years later, you have a right to petition the court to resentence you to a misdemeanor.
Wow.
To a misdemeanor and remove that felony off your record. Now you can get your Second Amendment rights restored because you're no longer convicted of a felony. Although you went to jail for 1 to 3.
Right.
But the Rockefeller drug laws has been repealed.
Wow. I didn't know that.
How many Black men know that in America?
I did not know that. I'm about to go petition right now.
The Rockefeller drug laws has been repealed.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
And that's why they said that, they're not, weed is legal now in America.
Right.
You can petition the court if you caught a felony and in the 70s for weed, or in the 80s for weed. All that stuff can be expunged from your record because the law has changed. And guess what? There's law firms out here who at one point was advertising that, but under threats of being disbarred and so on and so forth, under pressure, because it's allowing you to get your Second Amendment right back. They're not, if you don't know, if it's like, if they don't ask, you don't tell.
Right.
But we so busy listening to what.
That's a lot of that going on. We don't ask.
Yeah,
we don't tell. That's what's been going on.
Yeah, but see,
that's why we're not informed.
We're listening to, but they're giving us all these distractions. We're listening to the hip hop, all that BS.
Yeah.
And
not listening to the right thing.
The murder, death, kill. So somebody like me come along, and I'll be trying to pull somebody close. Say, look, bro, how long you been on parole? What you in the jail for? You ain't murdered nobody, right? You ain't raped nobody, right? Oh, you a drug dealer, right? Those are third-degree felonies. Third and fourth-degree felonies. Guess what? When did you go to jail for that? A direct sale, staring, and all that type of stuff? All that stuff can be expunged off your record. The Rockefeller drug laws have been changed.
Wow.
And they are changing.
Wow.
They've been changing. All over the country it's happening. You know what I mean? But because we are so caught up on what's put in front of us. You got a Negro like Boo Boo, 50 Cent, making movies glorifying the drug dealing and all that stuff. Well, flip the side and show what happens 20 years later, 30 years later, when these cats did all this time and now they coming out on some positive stuff.
And that's what I say.
On some prison reform stuff, and they tell the story how you can get your Second Amendment right back.
And that's why I said,
put that in a movie.
I said, what they need to do is, I'm tired of seeing the, degradation of us with the drugs and all that. I want to see the roses that grew out the concrete. That's what I want to see.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I want to see. That's why I watched that Wu-Tang, the Wu-Tang saga. I found very intrigued in that.
Well, let me hit you in the head with a 2 puff head boss, right? The biggest thing that's happening right now, the biggest movement that's happening right now in every inner city near you, right? They're selling the ghetto to big corporations, right? They are privatizing the housing projects around the country.
Yeah, I've been hearing that.
They are privatizing
like condos.
They privatizing them, basically selling them to, selling them to big corporations, because the cities are saying they're money pits. They're costing us too much money. There's too many frivolous lawsuits, slips and falls, and all kind of stuff. No. How do I take a housing project that, let's just take Soundview. All those buildings. Soundview ain't one of the bigger projects in the city, but Soundview would be worth probably $10 billion. All right, the real estate in those buildings would be worth probably $10 billion, right? What happens if we come along with a conglomerate and buy Soundview? Right? All those apartments in there, renovate them, right? No more housing authority involved, all right? Because this was going to happen. No more housing authority involved. It's going to be re-gentrified, right? But you don't price the people out of the community. Look what's happening.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. That's what you're saying. Yeah.
We got to get in it to win it. You know what? The Bronx is the last stronghold. That's the hood. Pay close attention as you ride through the Bronx. Every Friday I go to the Bronx every Friday. I'm on that cross Bronx. and I'm riding down, you know, and I'm getting on the Bronx River, and I'm looking to my left and my right, especially around that Webster Avenue area.
Right.
You see what they do to all those old buildings over there?
Yep.
Guess what? The people that live there now can't afford to live in those apartments.
That's right.
They can't afford to live in those apartments. You know what I mean? And the people who can afford them are the hipsters. Guess what? The hipsters ain't afraid of me and you.
That's right.
Because they listen to hip hop.
That's right.
See, hip hop drew us together. They listen to hip hop. You know what I mean? So they walk around, they listen to hip hop. When they go in that building, they got key fobs now. They get in the building, they got tight security, they got doormen, you know what? And they got better police, you know, protection, right? So the hipsters, they ain't afraid to live in the hood, you know, because that's where the culture is at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what's happening is now all these idiots and morons that are living there today, not paying attention, they're gonna wake up one day and they're gonna have to move. And they're gonna say, how does this happen?
Right under their nose.
Come on, man. I remember, you know, being in Brooklyn. You had Marcy and Tompkins projects, and I forget the next one. They like 3 in a row.
Okay.
Right? I mean, you couldn't date a girl from over there if you wasn't from me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you lived in Tompkins, you couldn't go down the block and have a chick in Marcy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? You go out there right now, they having tour buses, double-decker tour buses coming through Marcy and Tompkins, and then all the buildings around Marcy and Tompkins, all the brownstones, the people that lived there would have never been able to walk through there in the 80s and 90s and 2000s.
Just like Harlem.
In the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
But within the last 5 years, they brought all those brownstones, right? And all the hipsters are there. You got sidewalk cafes.
Yep.
You got Whole Foods and Starbucks.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You
That's
figured
a fact.
that me?
That's a fact.
So all those people that's living in the projects, are y'all not paying attention?
No, they're not.
So you know what? Y'all glorifying Jay-Z and them. Jay-Z and they doing their thing because that's just a handful who they're going to allow to hang out with Warren Buffett and be billionaires.
I hate to cut you off, but they glorifying that. It ain't too much to glorify out there.
No.
That's why we need different leaders. We need to give back. We need to figure out a way to give back and get our interest back. You know, get these kids' interest back. Financial literacy, like learning these things that is going on around us, because
but
it ain't too much to glorify, and
the
they
thing
ain't
is,
learning nothing. So it's like,
right, we have to do it through music. It has to be done through music.
yeah,
You know, we have to create a music festival, right? That will include the drill music, the trap music, the hip hop music, the positive music, where you can take an artist from each one of them genres and put them on a stage together somewhere to bring the people together, and then you bring you know you bring the people together that you know can talk to the audience, you know,
the leaders.
and build, because it has to be somebody who look like them that they're going to respect, because them little drill cats, they ain't trying to listen to me. They don't want to hear what I got to say. You know? And for me, I'm figuring out an exit strategy for retirement. You know what I mean? These little young bulls, little drillers, right? They don't want to listen to me. They rather put 2 in me to say, you know what, that triple OG, TP, I'm the one who took them out.
I got the stripes.
You know
I
what
got
mean?
the stripes.
I
Yep.
did that. Look at my work, y'all. Look at my work.
Yep.
They rather say that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Not realizing that this is a cycle that they put you in. You know, they
Because next time it's gonna be Young Turk.
it's gonna be you.
The young cat gonna come. My mama always told me it's gonna be somebody younger, faster, and tougher than you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always the cycle. It's always gonna come.
Absolutely. You know, and I tell everybody, y'all better pick the ball before you drop it.
That's it.
You know, because you know the young bulls don't want to listen to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I listen to y'all do your thing today. Y'all brought out some great points, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But we all come from a different generation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I dropped some ditties on y'all about things that y'all just didn't even know about the Mumford Act. And getting your Second Amendment right back.
Right.
Those different things. How you tie it all together.
I was clueless to that.
How you tie it all together, but you know, take that little 10 stacks, you little hustlers, and give it to the lawyer, let him file the paperwork and walk it through the court system to get that gun you carrying legit.
Mm-hmm.
Get you cleaned up, get you legit.
Mm-hmm.
Or take that 10 stacks and buy that bodega that you made it in front of.
Yeah.
That's all it takes to start.
Because guess what? There's no more bodegas either.
Nope.
The bodegas are gone too.
That's right.
All you got is Mr. Taliban now.
That's right.
You know, Mr.
That's
Taliban
right.
came
You
down.
gotta buy
He
your way
buy-
to
he
the
buying
Taliban
all
and
that.
get a bodega.
Yeah,
He buying all that. Yeah.
He making the chopped cheeses now.
Look at out. Prime example out here. Look at all the hotels.
That's right.
Look who's running all the hotels out here.
Look at all the Dunkin' Donuts.
Look at all the Dunkin' Donuts.
Go to any gas station anywhere.
That's right. They in here.
You know.
They in here. You know what I mean?
You know.
And these are all the things that we could have had, but we dropped the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
We dropped the ball. We could have had all of this.
Well, the thing is, we've been knocked off our square because we think about it. You know, segregation was a bad thing, right? But separation was a good thing.
That's right. That's right.
So it's a difference between segregation
And
and
separation.
separation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because through separation we could work together. And you know what? Y'all stay over there. We gonna stay over here.
We got a groove. We good over here.
We good.
Right.
We good.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's why we was able to have a Black Wall Street
Mm-hmm.
because
We were separated.
it was separation.
That's right.
But the difference, and it goes back to what I told y'all. Back then they were less than 100 years away from slavery.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
When they had Black Wall Street.
That's right.
Right.
That's a fact.
How did y'all do all this? Y'all were creating towns all over America. You had your own banking system.
That's right.
You had your own hospitals.
That's right.
Yo,
Why we can't do that now?
they got rid of separation and segregation for only one reason. What made the civil rights movement a movement, it wasn't the Black people, it wasn't the Malcolms and the Martins that made civil rights movement valid. That was the government who said, hey, everything that them people do runs to the church. The Black church had all the power.
Mm-hmm.
The Black church was your welfare,
Mm-hmm.
your daycare,
Mm-hmm.
the employment agency,
Mm-hmm. The cafeteria.
everything, your food pantry,
That's right.
everything ran through the Black church that ran through the Black community.
That's right.
Right? So the government said, we're creating two Americas. And these people right here are advancing at a pace that's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Goes back to that 7.5 ounces of brain.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're advancing at a pace that's incredible, right? They're building their own towns. They got their banking system. They found out a way to keep the money
In
the community. You know what I mean?
That's it.
We worked hand in hand with the Jewish community.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so we were allies back then.
Right.
They were not so much as allies as we were,
Right.
you know, but we were allies. The money stayed in the community 7 times. It went around the community 7 times before it left to go re-up the product. 7 times in both communities, you know, and our money went from our community into the Jewish community, who helped us all re-up, because, you know, people who didn't want to deal directly with us didn't want to deal directly with them either.
That's right.
But they'd rather deal with them than deal with us.
That's right.
So we partnered up on a lot of stuff.
Right.
That's why the Black community and the Jewish community always live right next to each other. That's why in Brooklyn, you know, you got the Jewish community and the Black community live together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not together, but close.
Look, literally together, right next to each other. We were neighbors, right next to each other. You know what I mean? And in Brooklyn, they commingled. You know what I mean? But that's the way it was. But like I said, it goes back to that 7.5 ounces of grain. We were creating 2 Americas. The government said, we got to stop this. How did they do it? They sold civil rights to the Black church, to the pastors. You know, Martin was the main pastor that we all know about.
Right.
They went around, the government went around to every Black church in America and sold them civil rights. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And you know what they did? They said, we're going to give them housing. We're going to give them, so you don't got to worry about housing no more. We're going to take over that.
Right.
We're going to give them food. We're going to create something called food stamps. And we're going to give them food stamps that they can spend as money, blah, blah, blah. Everything that the Black church did for the Black community, the government stepped in and told the church, you ain't going to do it no more.
We got this.
We got it. We're going to do it. Wow. So in doing so now, in the Black community, all we knew about, because nobody educated the Black community on what the civil rights movement really was and what the government's agenda was. The government's agenda was not to create 2 Americas. We have to break this up, because
It's gonna get scary.
this gonna get ugly.
Right.
They got guns, they got banking, they got this.
smarts, they got
They you know, you have people like Marcus Garvey talking about going back to Africa.
That's right.
You know, they're gonna have their own ships. They're gonna be bringing shiploads of these people from over there back over here,
That's
living
right.
in their communities
That's
and
right.
building up their army.
That's right.
You know,
That's
the
right.
Black Liberation Army.
That's right.
You know, or
That's
whatever.
right.
Right. So the government had to step in and stop the building of the 2 Americas. Right. So what happened? Now the pastor who lived in the community, first thing he did, because we kept pouring our money into the church,
Right.
but because the government done stepped in and did some stuff, now the money is going into church, but it's not going back into the community. It's just staying there, growing. So what did the pastor do? He decided he was going to buy a bigger house. That was the first thing he did. He bought a bigger house in the late 60s. And he looked around to see if anybody was going to say something. So he made the pastor got taken care of, the associate pastor got taken care of, and deacons. Everybody got a bigger house. Then they bought Cadillacs. All right. Now we still pouring our money, going to church, praise and worship, pouring our money in the church,
right?
Giving the money to the church, giving money to the church, right? They got the house, they got the Cadillacs. Then the pastor decided he was going to move out of the community, because now not only did I got my house, my Cadillac, and my Lincoln, I'm going to take the money too, right? They corrupted the Black church, you know, so the Black church got corrupted.
Once that happens,
So now we're lost, because we're going to the Black church for our guidance. But the pastor's like, man,
I got mine.
Look, this here's a cash cow.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the church became a business.
Mm-hmm.
The black church became a business, and they separated themselves from governing bodies. That became the birth of the non-denominational church. Non-denominational church. That's why you no longer start hearing people talk about, oh, I'm going to a Kojic church or AME church or a Baptist church or Pentecostal. No, we non-denominational. Because if they said they were non-denominational, there's no governing body. Who keeps all the money? The pastor. He got total control of all the money, right? You know, I'm just dropping a little ditty on y'all.
Yeah, I'm loving it, man. I'm feeding.
On Take Over Tuesday, I'm taking over Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know,
that was deep. Yeah, man.
So they did all this stuff here, right? Now go back to the housing that the government provided for the black family. They gave them housing under one condition. They had to break up the family. They said, we're going to give you this new apartment. It's brand new. We created something, and it's a housing project. Why do you think they call it a housing project?
This is a project.
It was a project.
It's a project, right?
We're going to build it up,
not
wide, up.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to put all of them in. We're going to contain them in this little area. All right? So we're not going to let them own land. We're not going to let them own anything.
No, they're going to just...
We're going to give them this, but the father can't be there.
That's right.
They broke up the black family.
That's right.
The man can't stay here. The man can't be here.
Because without the man,
because they
got to rely on us.
We're going to give the man alcohol. We're going to give them drugs. And we're going to lock them up. We're going to break up this family. So now the woman and the children got housing. They got food stamps.
They got food stamps.
They got welfare.
That's right.
They got a place to stay. Technically speaking, the governments did pop their collar and said, we just gave you Negroes your 40 acres to be with.
That's right.
You know, they gave you a project and a damn subway. All right, that's your 40 acres and your mule. All right.
That's crazy. That's deep. That's deep.
They gave you a project and a subway. All right. But all the while, the biggest plan was to stop the creation of two Americas, knock them off their square, take the power away from the black church, because black people didn't move without the black church saying so.
That's right. That's a fact.
So they broke up the black church, corrupted it. So people like me and you, I don't go to church anymore.
Right, me neither.
I've been soured on the church.
Hypocrites.
Organized church.
Yeah, I've been hypocrites.
You know what I mean? So all that's been broken up. Now, we had a message in our music in the 60s, the hippie era. We had a message in our music. The music brought whites and blacks together, you know. So racism wasn't as hard as it was, although it was bad.
Right.
But the music always brings us together.
Right.
Just like hip hop brought us together.
Right.
So here we are. There's a message in our music. You know, we got all these things going on in our music. Just think of all the music that we sing. You know, people laugh at Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson made that song, We're Almost There. Just one more step.
That's right.
Almost there. Just one more step.
Yes, sir. I got that on the playlist.
You feel me? There were so many songs that was uplifting because that's how we communicate. There was a message in the music. The Philadelphia sound was the Philadelphia sound because, you know, their music, you know, Huff and Gamble, the music they put out was uplifting. You know what I mean? I always love my mom. She's my favorite girl.
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
They told a story how my mom used to clean somebody's house.
That's right.
Just to buy me a new pair of shoes.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There was always a message of the music so that we learned. They gave us history. They enlightened us on everything. Messed on our music. 1978, you had McFadden and Whitehead. Ain't no stopping us now.
That's right.
You know, That right there, that song
Gave
became
so
the
much.
national anthem.
Yes, sir.
That was the
Yes, sir.
song
Yes,
that
sir.
scared America.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That
sir.
was the song that by the time 1980 came and Ronald Reagan was becoming the president, they said, we got to slow these.
That's right.
We got to slow these Negroes down.
That's right. That's right.
Because how we gonna do it?
That's right.
They didn't come up with the master plan to attack the music yet, but that's when they came up with the great idea.
Drugs.
Just like they did in the 60s, they flooded the hood
Drugs.
with alcohol
And
and
drugs.
heroin.
That's right. That's right.
And back in 1972, Hollywood told you what they were going to do. All y'all watch The Godfather. Everybody love The Godfather.
That's right.
Cult movie, right?
That's right.
What did they tell you in The Godfather?
Put it in the black neighborhood. Let them kill each other. That's
That's
right.
right.
Your animals anyway.
They're animals anyway. Let them lose their soul.
That's right.
And my city, I'm gonna put it in the dark side of town.
That's right.
What did they do with the drugs? What did they put it at?
Right in the hood.
Who they strung out on the jump? They made it cheap
Mm-hmm.
and available,
Mm-hmm.
and the police wasn't locking nobody up for selling it.
And you know what's crazy? That was crack.
Everybody got hooked on it.
That was crack
You
in the
know,
80s.
And they did that with alcohol and heroin in the 60s, because that's how they broke the Black Panther Party.
It was the heroin.
With heroin
That's
and alcohol.
That's right.
They went back to the playbook
That's right.
in the 80s
Wow.
when they unleashed the cocaine, which was not, black people didn't use cocaine.
Nah. With rich man's high, poor
That was
man's desire.
Rich man's high, poor man's desire. There
That's
it
right.
is, right? So they unleashed cocaine on Black America, and it was cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Crack,
Mm-hmm.
right? The crack era set us back.
That's right.
But guess what? In the mid 90s, black people stopped smoking crack.
We overcame it.
You know what I mean?
We overcame it.
In the mid 90s, black people rebelled against crack.
That's right. That's
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yep, that's a fact. That's the truth.
And guess what? The message in the music was like, you know, after NWA said fuck the police, right? We were up in arms. We were ready to go.
That's right.
The revolution was about to happen.
That's right.
And then you had Common and them dropping all the
Tupac,
positive music.
Tupac with the revolutionary music. Yeah.
You know. And then they came to the master plan. They said, hold up. The crack ain't stopping.
Mm-hmm.
We locked them up.
Mm-hmm.
But that record ain't no stopping. It's still being played.
Mm-hmm.
And they are, you know, they not stopping. How do we do it?
That's right.
Our old ally said, y'all don't know. You know they communicate to the music.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna stop them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they can close their eyes and not see stuff, but they can't control what passes the air gate.
That's a fact.
It's the air gate. You can't turn your ears off.
That's a fact.
Take away the message in their music.
That's a fact.
It's the music
That's the fact.
that's motivating them.
That's a fact.
Change their motivation. So the music industry got together because it's a hierarchy. And a lot of people don't realize that
Told you.
the hierarchy of the music industry, first of all, there's only 6 media companies in the world.
Mm-hmm.
6.
Mm-hmm.
You hear all these different names of all these different companies, but there's only 6 companies in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? The reason why there's 6 companies is because they can't legally be a monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all partners.
Right. Right.
So
right.
they get together.
I heard that they have like they go somewhere. I forgot where it's at, but they go somewhere and they have a meeting.
Yeah, they get together and they say, well, what are we doing? How are we gonna do this?
Yep.
You know,
That's right.
how are we gonna do this? And they said we have to, you know,
Hit the music.
in conjunction with the government. First they said, we're going to put labels on their music. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Then they said, no, we got to stop it altogether. No longer promote positive music. Everybody's black music division has to stop promoting black music, positive music. So then you had groups like The Roots and Common and Most
Tyler
Def
Kweli,
and all them dudes.
Right.
You woke up one day and their music was gone.
Mm-hmm.
They even control the radio stations.
Mm-hmm.
Take that off your playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play that no more.
Mm-hmm.
All we want to see is asses wiggling,
Mm-hmm.
titties jiggling,
And murder, kill.
murder, death, kill,
That's right.
gangster rap.
That's right.
If they ain't talking about pimping and hoeing and killing,
We're not signing them.
we're not doing that. You know, you had Brand Nubian
Brand new.
in all of them
That's
dudes.
right. That's
You know,
a fact.
Brand Nubian was dropping jewels
That's right.
on their songs.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. Peace, God. There was 5%. Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
They told you in the song, you know, how the devil came to, you know, trick us
That's
and
right.
do all this stuff. They dropped all the jewels.
That's
They
right.
told the story of Yakub,
Yakub,
everything. They
that's
dropped all
right.
the jewels.
Like Jay said.
That's why we need
Like
we
Jay
need
said.
radio. I think that's
What-
what we need our own radio.
That's why Genesis Radio is here.
Shout out Genesis Radio.
That's why
we
we
here,
do
man.
Shout
We
out
here,
Genesis
man.
Radio.
We here, man.
That's why we here to do what we do.
That's why since you've been here,
I'm happy.
you didn't see us go talk about celebrity news and this and that. No, we talk the real here, man. We keep it raw here, man.
What's going on in our community?
That's a fact. And what can we do to fix our communities,
How can we
man?
fix it, man?
That's right.
But you know, like for instance, when I try to tell this story to these young bulls, they don't want to hear that story. When I tell them, dude, it's a master plan. There was a book that used to be on Google. I don't know if you can still get it. It was a book called The 50-Year Plan.
Yeah.
All right. The 50-Year Plan talked about taking back the inner city, taking back New York City, taking back Harlem, taking back Brooklyn, taking back the Bronx. You know, they said that we are followers, and it would take 50 years to get back the inner city because New York City is the Mecca.
That's right.
So what did they do? They said they were going to build a bridge across the Long Island Sound into Connecticut, right? But they never built the bridge. They went out and farmed. They built houses on all that farmland in Long Island, and all the people moved from the city because they didn't want to cohabitate with us. They moved to Long Island.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then they moved up to Westchester County.
Right.
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 And they lived it. They knew it was going to take 50 years because what do Black people do when they think they got $2 worth lunch money? They want to move where they live at.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
So they said when they start buying out here, we're going to sell it to them.
That's right. And we're going to
take and we're going to take the city back.
That's
and
crazy.
it was a book called The 50-Year Plan that came out in the 60s. I think the book came out in 65 or 66 or 67, something like that. In the 60s came out.
Right.
And it talked about taking Philly, taking New York City, taking Chicago, you know, and people don't realize with all the violence going on in Chicago, Cabrini Green,
yeah,
where the Candyman was.
They tore that building. They tore that down.
Well, guess who live there now? People that don't look like me and you.
That's right. Because they started rebuild. I seen a documentary on it.
They rebuilt all that. It's $1 million condos.
Yeah. I seen a documentary on that.
That was the hook. I remember many years ago. I went there with an artist that I'm not gonna name to shoot a music video.
Right.
Where we had to pay the gang to allow us to come in there to shoot a video. And he was from Chicago.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But 50-year plan. Look at New York City right now.
That's right.
You got people living in Brownsville, Brussels.
That's right.
In the Ville.
That's right.
The whole Harlem chain.
East New
Yes,
York,
sir.
the whole Harlem chain.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
It's Starbucks and
absolutely.
That's crazy, man.
Nice Putin dogs now.
And they're doing it, and they're
jogging
doing it,
and all that.
Jogging.
and they're doing it in the Bronx now. So the 50-year plan was a book. They tell you what they're gonna do.
That's like television. They tell you their vision.
They can't keep it from you because we think for the moment. We don't think fast forward.
That's right.
But these people sit down and they're thinking about their great grandchildren. They're thinking about, you know, generational wealth. and how it's going to affect their family.
Mm-hmm.
They want to leave a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like guess what? Cleveland was popping last weekend. NBA All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
Every Negro that had $2 was down there partying.
Party, yep.
Right?
Popping bottles, doing
Popping
whatever.
bottles.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
When they could have been putting that money in an investment account.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if it was just penny stocks they playing with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but no, you took that little $2,000 you had and you blew it going down there to pay for a hotel room that they upcharged 200%,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and you paid all this money to go to the party
Mm-hmm.
just to say you were there.
Yep. And you put all your finest jewelry, the $100,000 chains and all
Your
that.
priorities are jacked up.
That's right.
Our priorities are jacked up. We gotta get our act together.
That's a fact.
You know, but, you know, we gonna have to get back to this again.
Well, we got next Tuesday, man. I'm back next Tuesday. You already know, man. I hope you be with me too, man.
I'll be here.
I hope you be with me. You see, this is what I call Takeover Tuesdays, man, because like I said before, we just on Takeover Tuesdays, man.
Yeah.
We take over the mind. We talk with the brain. We give you something to think about before, you know what I'm saying, at the end of our show.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's real talk, man. But unfortunately, it's that time. We got to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit you with the 4 L's, which is you live, you learn, you love, and you laugh. And on that note, we out, people. I want to thank my guest, Money Mike, a.k.a. Flo, for coming through. You dig what I'm saying?
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. I hope you stick around, brother.
Thanks for having me. I want to stick around. So
man.
We got a lot more great topics.
Yeah.
A lot more to do, man. We're gonna turn this up. We just gonna keep on going with it, being leaders, and keep writing our voice, man.
And we're gonna build leaders.
Yeah, we're gonna build leaders.
We're gonna build leaders. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
Coming in this building, you're gonna get built to a leader.
And I want to thank my special guest, the king, the principal, aka TP, for being on the panel with us today. Very enlightening show, man. Very enlightening show, man. You even opened up my mind, man. You got my mind blown right now, man.
There you
and
go.
I appreciate that, brother, for real, man.
That's my
job.
job.
What I mean? And I salute you, quadruple OG. I salute you, King.
You got it,
for
bro.
real, man. And again, people, like I said, see you next week. Takeover Tuesdays, and we out.